Hey guys, this is Kyle with AvidMax back for Tying Tuesday. Today we're gonna be tying the CDC Rusty Warrior. Let's get started. So here's a finished one in the vise. I really do like this pattern on a tight line rig or as a dropper. Yeah, kind of based out of Lance Egan's pattern, the Rainbow Warrior, just in a different color scheme. Let's get started. So hook I'm using today is a Fulling Mill FM 5125 and a size 18. It's a Jig Force short hook. Bead on here is a 7/64 black nickel slotted. Thread I'll be using today is a Semperfli Classic waxed in a 12-aught in the fluorescent orange. I'll start my thread right behind the bead here. Kind of building up a nice thread dam behind this bead. This is an oversized bead, so make sure you kind of lock it in with some thread wraps behind it. Something I kind of like to do is kind of hold that bead in place and give it a few wraps. And once that bead kind of stops moving, you know you have it kind of locked in there. There we go. I'm gonna snip out my tag. And work this thread back towards the bend of the hook here, about right there. And then I'm gonna add in my tailing fiber. This is a CDL, the tailing pack in the Grizzly Pardo. About 10 to 12 fibers here. Just give it one loose wrap to kind of get it started. And then you can size this tail accordingly. Give it a few wraps there. And work my thread up towards the bead there. And I'll snip this stuff out of here. So, kind of clean this up a little bit here. All right, next material I'm going to be using is a Vivis holographic tinsel in like a brownish amber color. This is the medium size, and I like to kind of tie this in on the side here, catch it with the thread, and kind of pull down just to kind of get it started, and then wrap this down towards the bend of the hook. Like so, and then put my thread back up towards the bead there. And I'm just gonna take wraps, touching wraps all the way to the front to that bead. Just touching wraps like so. Lock that into place. Some thread wraps. Take my scissors and snip this out as close as possible. There, it's all right. And next material is going to be a ice dub, the pheasant tail color. Just for a little spot on the collar there. And a little bit of this goes a long way. Just kind of noodle this onto my thread. Make sure it's pretty tight. Wrap this forward like so. And then I like to take a little bit of the Solar Res Bone Dry, the brush on application, and kind of coat that tinsel on that body. Just gives it a little bit more durability. Just hit it with the light. Next, we're gonna make a dubbing loop here, and we're gonna add our CDC feather. It's right behind the bead and in between that dubbing there. Couple wraps. Take my dubbing twister and get this locked in here. Take my CDC feather. This CDC is a natural color CDC. I like to stick feather in here and take my scissors and kind of cut along that stem. If you are new to this, probably be a good idea to use some kind of dubbing loop clip. I'm just gonna spin this guy up here. Like so. And we're just gonna do wraps on the front here. Kind of pull these fibers back as you wrap it forward. We're gonna lock this loop in, some thread wraps, wrap behind the bead there, and snip out your loop here. We're just gonna add a little hot spot collar with this orange thread. And just give it a quick whip finish, and we are done. Give it a nice pull there. Snip my thread out. And some I like to do at the end here, I like to pull these fibers forward if they're too long and kind of take my fingernail and just kind of pluck this. You never want to cut this stuff. It just looks more natural if you just kind of pluck it off. And there you have it, the CDC jigged Rusty Warrior. So as I was saying, great on a tight line rig or as a dry dropper pattern, work year round for you. If you like this video, please give us a like and subscribe, and shop at avidmax.com for all your tying needs.